You voted, so we are busting into some great 90s packs today. That is what we're here to do. We haven't done it in too long, so I'm really excited for some 90s fun, something that I started my collection with, and some stuff that we could get some pretty rare and hard to hit stuff that would be really great. A lot of fun stuff to talk through. While we go, let's get right into it. Welcome to the most passionate content for card collectors on YouTube and possibly the whole entire internet. As usual, I am your host, Jake Roy, 90s B-Ball Cards here on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, a little bit more of Twitter, and you know what the deal is with TikTok. But some of that stuff that I said I could get out last week, I still could get out at any point in time. So stay tuned. You never know what might happen there. So today, we're gonna bust into some packs. I put out a vote, and many of you did submit your vote, and in a landslide, you suggested that we bust into some 94, 95 Upper Deck Collector's Choice packs. These are value add packs. We'll get into what that means. We also have a preview pack, a lot of fun stuff, but this is one of those things that, really was a foundational piece. Collector's Choice was for my collection and a lot of other people's collection, especially when we were growing up. Still to this day, some of the cards that I want the most are cards that were from Collector's Choice that are hard to find and difficult to track down. So lots of stuff that we could get. 94, 95 is a weird year. We've talked about it before, and this is one of those years where there's some Jordans, but there are some products that don't have any Jordans. This is one of the products that does have Jordans, and some of them are more desirable than others. We'll get into all of that fun stuff. This is going to be a lot of fun to bust into some old packs, and fingers crossed we don't get any sticking. That's always a risk with older packs, so we'll see how the condition is on these cards. Let's get right into it. Alright, so here we've got just the two inserts that we're going to be looking at. Really, they're not inserts, they're parallels. So here you can get a little bit more of a close-up on some of these packs. Maybe it's not closer, I don't know. Anyway, so we're going to talk through the differences between these packs and the odds and all that stuff. So the first one here is going to be the silver signatures. So these in these value-added packs are going to be 2 in every pack, or at least that's what they say, so we'll see if that happens. In the preview pack, though, these are just 1 per pack, so at least you get some, but not at the same clip as in those value-added packs. So the Series 2 are definitely the ones that we want. They have some of the bigger cards that you could get of either of these parallels. So talking through the ones that we could get, the penny is not one that we can get in Series 2, but there are a number of Jordans throughout both Series 1 and Series 2, but the better ones, or the ones that are more desirable, are in Series 2. So, really the main base set card, the He's Back, is one of the big ones, and also the checklist that has the same picture that you see there on the packs. That is one that is also very sought after. Typically checklists, we always call them everybody's friend, but they aren't as collectible or valuable. But when you put a player on there, like Michael Jordan, they tend to get a little bit more desirable. So for the silver signatures, you can get those checklist parallels. So for the Jordans, they vary based on the Jordan that you get. Like I said, the He's Back is the most desirable, but they're around $10 to $15 per each. The He's Back is going to be closer to the $15 mark, and the other ones are going to be closer to the $10 mark, typically. Shaq, you're looking at probably like $2 to $5. Again, we're talking not the subset, we're talking about the base set cards, or the base set parallels. The penny here, obviously, like I said, we can't get in Series 2, you can only get in Series 1, so that's going to be like $1 to $5. There's a Charles Barkley in Series 2, that's one of the more collectible ones, that's a $1 or $2. The Grant Hill rookie, Jason Kidd rookie, those are 2 of the bigger names. Those are going to be $1 or $2, though, not a ton. And the interesting thing with those, you'll see if we get one, that the signature on there is not the player signature like you see here with Anthony Hardaway or the Jordan or what have you. The signature there is basically just a cursive script of the team names. You're going to have Detroit Pistons or Dallas Mavericks, or if you're looking at Jalen Rose, you're going to have the Denver Nuggets, so on and so forth. So interesting thing there that they probably just didn't have a a copy to make the facsimile autograph of that player's autograph, but we would get those later years for sure. So that's the first thing. We will be seeing some of these. We'll just have to see what players we get. And the comments, are $1 or less typically. So this gold signature is what we're really looking for, and you'll see the key identifier here between some of the other ones that you'll see of subsets on eBay or wherever is the foil. So you want the gold foil front. Those are the English versions. The other ones are international versions that don't have the foil. So a key distinguisher there. So these are really the ones that we're looking for. The odds on pulling one of these out of the value added packs are 1 in 35 packs. So, not the longest odds, but, if you're looking at how many packs you're going to get, if you're, buying these at a store, 35 packs is going to run you a good amount. If you're getting a box, the boxes of Hobby were about 36 packs, depending on the configuration that you purchased. So about 1 per box. Sometimes you get 2 in a box. So, that's just something to highlight. You could get a gold signature and it's going to be Joe Klein or Kevin Gamble or somebody that is not going to be as exciting as Jordan or Penny in Series 1 or Shaq or Sean Kemp and so on and so forth. So while we're talking about the gold signatures, we're talking about guys like Kevin Gamble. Those commons are going to be about $5 roughly. Sometimes they're a little bit less, but about $5 for those commons. If you're looking at this penny, which again, we cannot get in Series 2, you can only get in Series 1, the penny is roughly a $50 card. The clear borders here, the centering is something that will make those vary a little bit, or if there's any significant dings, which again, with the gold borders, you can pick those up, not as clearly as, darker border cards, but that's what we're working with here. So, that's the penny. The Jordan, again, it runs a little bit of a wide range, but you're looking at roughly $170 on average. The He's Back is going to be, $170 and maybe a little bit more. Something like the Checklist is probably going to be like $120 to $150 roughly. Again, these are raw, so if you get one and you get it graded, same could go for the silver signatures on Jordan. It can definitely go a lot more if it's a good graded copy, but those are hard to come by. The only comp that I could find on Shaq seems like a pretty high comp, so I'm questioning whether or not that would go for that if it came up again. But $140 is what I found for the Shaq. Charles Barkley, you're looking at $50 to $60. Grant Hill, you're looking at roughly $40. I think the last Jason Kidd that I saw was like $30 or $40, somewhere right around there. So you can see some of those big stars, they definitely do attract some eyeballs and some attention. I think, like a Gary Payton might be like a $20 card, if I remember correctly. Sean Kemp around the same, so you get the gist. The stars are what you're looking for. 1 in 35 packs for a parallel that runs across the entire set. If you hit one, you're lucky. If you hit a star, you're very lucky. So obviously, we want to see that Jordan fire. But I would be very happy even if we got that Jordan Checklist card. I think that's a really cool card, even though it's a $1 or $2 card that I could easily pick up on eBay. It would be really fun to pull that with you. So let's not waste any more time and crack into these packs and hope we hit some fire. All right, here we go with the packs. Let's start here with the preview pack. It is a preview pack after all, so that's just only fitting. All right, here we go. I can never say this guy's name right. Sarunas. A little bit of sticking. I don't like seeing that. Oh, this is not Collector's Choice. This definitely said Collector's Choice, right? We're seeing this correctly. This is the upper deck. So Collector's Choice preview packs don't have Collector's Choice in them. I'm confused. So I'm glad we have this on camera though. That's fun to see. So here we've got a Glenn Robinson rookie. Okay, I see. So here's the Collector's Choice. So it was an Upper Deck preview, so we get some Upper Deck cards as a preview of the Upper Deck set coming. Collector's Choice was usually an earlier set. You can see here the crimping of the pack caught some of these cards. You get some damage here on that Nick Van Exel, so that's a bummer. These cards are damaged. But here we go with the silver signature. So you can see we've got a Cliff Livingston that says Denver Nuggets, like we were talking about with Jalen Rose. So I'm going to assume Cliff Livingston is a rookie. I'm not familiar with his playing career, so let's flip it over on the back. And he is certainly not a rookie. So, interesting. But, oh, I like that. We got the checklist of Shawn Kemp. Again, this being a preview pack, it had Shawn Kemp on the front. That doesn't necessarily mean that's the player that you're going to get, any more, better odds. But I like the checklist. I think these are cool. I would love to get the Jordan. I don't love that sticking. Lamond Murray, this is a subset card. Lamond Murray was a rookie in that year. We'll put the subsets to the side. Okay, so fun stuff there with the preview pack. And this is why we do this. A little bit of education. So let's go with the Shawn Kemp, the actual collector's choice, and see what we got here. All right, here we've got a subset of the NBA draft. So you get Eddie Jones. Loved Eddie Jones. Again, we've got sticking this time. It feels like it's even worse again than last time. Don't love that. All right, another subset coming here. We've got Tom Gugliotta with the Bullets. Formerly the Bullets, now the Wizards. Carlos Rogers, NBA draft. All right, here we go with Lamond Murray. That's a rookie. I'll put the rookies that I know of aside. All right, Scott Skiles. And fun thing here, he wore number 4 that first year that Chris Webber was there. If you ever see Chris Webber in a Bullets uniform wearing the number 2, that's why. Scott Skiles. We can blame him for 2 different uniforms for him. All right, here we go with the Magic, and it is Horace Grant. You know I love to get a good Magic card. We've got a Michael Cage, Tom Hammond, another Michael Cage, great, thanks. Brian Russell, and this one might be a rookie. Not that it was his rookie season, but he didn't have a lot of cards produced his rookie season. Not something I'm going to look up, but I think that's kind of interesting. So, fun little note there. We've got a Chris Gatling. Looks like a Steve Kerr. Come on. Steve Kerr silver. Okay, I like that better. And here's the other silver of Danny Manning. All right, so the silvers were stuck together a little bit. We'll save the Jordan for last, just because, who knows, right? One of the things that we haven't talked about, you can hear that crinkling. These packs, we've talked about it in the past. I'm going to put this aside. I love the thicker foil on these packs that Upper Deck used, kind of in the early 90s. They are a little bit harder to open. Clearly, they don't save you from sticking, but something we've talked about in the past. We haven't opened anything like that quite a while, so something fun that I want to mention. And we've got damage here on the Chris Webber. You can see we talked about his number. He was number 4 with the Warriors, then switched back after Scott Skiles left for the 95-96 season. That is a subset. Another subset here with Khalid Reeves. Here we've got Eric Mobley, I think is a rookie, but not sure. Doesn't really. Ooh, yes, here we go. Jordan, he's back. Ugh, come on. Be nice. All right. Yeah. So that's the he's back. You can see how you don't have the regular blocking or format or whatever you want to call it there on the Jordan. Which I think is interesting. I never noticed that before. I don't know if that's typically that way. I'll have to look at pictures, see if maybe that's an error, but it could be. You can see the raising the banner there. Really cool, and I'm very happy we got that, even though it's not in great shape. I'm going to put that off to the side. Here we go. Eric Montross, that is a rookie. Sherome Wright subset. I believe Sherome Wright was a rookie this year as well. Brent Price, Mark Price's younger brother. Got the Danny Manning base. I was really hoping that Jordan would be a gold sig. I don't know if the gold sigs would be at the back where the silver signatures seem to be, but nevertheless, it was not. Here we go with the Tony Smith. Got Antonio Davis. Something stuck to the back of the Antonio Davis, I think. Yeah, looks like Doug West. Alright, there we go with the Antonio Davis, Doug West. These, I believe, are the silvers. Of course, you see Bulls, you get excited, but it's Ron Harper, not the guy we want. So, nice picture, though. We are doing well with Bulls. And here's that Jerome Wright, but the silver signature version of it. So, doing well with Bulls, doing well with checklists, and, some of the stuff that I wanted to see. We just need to get that gold. All right, Khalid Reeves. Sticking doesn't feel as bad on this one. There we go with the Jason Kidd. So that's a rookie subset. The Dominique Wilkins, always odd seeing him in a Celtics uniform. Billy Owens. He was supposed to be a big player. It didn't pan out. Bobby Phills, rest in peace. Oh, we didn't talk about these. The U crashed the game. So these were kind of like a redemption fun thing. Kevin Willis. Kevin Willis didn't wear number 20 for very long, so I think he wore number 42. So that's always weird seeing him in that uniform. All right, this is David Wingate. Come on, there we go. Wesley Person, that is a rookie. If I remember correctly, Elliot Perry, Jay Murphy's, I think. Here we go with Matt Geiger. Oh, we got a checklist, I believe. No, it's not a checklist. Just Tree Rollins with. He played so long they don't. You see here, I'll show you. You usually get a picture of the players, but Tree Rollins had such a long career that all the stats took up the spot where his picture would be. So that's the silver signature, and an Eric Piatowski, which is a rookie, which would have been very exciting at that point in time. All right, last pack here. We got the Jordan. We're hoping for some last pack magic. Some Jordan pack magic, all the magic. All right, well, we'll start with the silver signatures, because why not? We have got here, I should probably tell you who we've got first. Anthony Avent. I don't remember how to say his name. Ugh, yuck on the sticking. But the interesting thing is, it looks like this card is not a silver. Andrew Lang, not a silver. Next one here, Jay Humphreys. Didn't we get him the last time? Not a silver. Danny Ainge, that is a silver. Probably know him more so from his front office career, depending on when you were watching basketball and when you started following it. He, like Tree Rollins, does not get that picture. Okay. Terry Porter. We got a Harold Ellis. Yeah, Harold Ellis. Brent Price again. We got a Jack Haley. He probably has a long career. No, not as long. He did have a long career though. Tyrone Corbin. Sticking. I don't like that, but that's okay. Brooks Thomas. This is his rookie. I don't know who this guy is. Askia Jones. Never heard of him in my life. Another Jerome Wright, different subset. We got the subset before, right? And then a subset card of Hakeem the Dream. All right, so that's what we got. Nothing too crazy, nothing to really write home about, but fun. This was one of those weeks that, life just was happening, and it was nice to have a break, as I think cards are a great break for a lot of people, and it definitely served as one for my week. It was a nice distraction. It did pose some scheduling conflicts, so I didn't get this video done as early as I typically would, but again, I think that this was a week that really highlighted for me why I love having this great hobby to fall back on. It's just something that we can use to just let everything else, you know, kind of go away. Once we take care of our responsibilities, if we get some stress or stuff that we need to, you know, just kind of like ease our mind, cards are a great outlet for that. So, you know, thanks for joining me. Thanks for voting. For those that voted, there was a lot of people participating, Instagram and Twitter. Sometimes I put those votes out on YouTube. They're a little bit more difficult to track there, but Instagram and Twitter especially are great for these types of polls. So those who did vote for those Athlete of the Century packs, we will do those soon. So stay tuned. If you were hoping we would rip into those, that's not gonna, you know, just go away. So, you know, we've got a lot of great stuff coming up. So if you're new here, please consider subscribing. Hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos in the future. New videos dropping once, sometimes twice a week. We've got 90s pack openings, looks into my PC, grading reveals, occasional show reviews and vlogs, if you want to call it, occasional collector interviews, and so much more. Thanks. We'll talk later.